Hello, my name is Chris, and today we're going to talk about how to ask the right questions when interviewing interns. When running an IT startup like our fictional company VR Technologies, every hire matters, even temporary ones. Interns aren't just there to help out. They represent potential future hires, future ambassadors for the brand, and, if Robert Rogers does it right, a reflection of VR Technologies' culture. That's why the interview isn't just about checking their skills, it's about finding alignment. In a startup, things change fast. The ideal intern is curious, adaptable, and eager to learn. So instead of just asking what programming languages do you know, try questions like, tell me about a project where you had to learn something quickly, or how do you stay up to date with new technologies? And when you get stuck on a coding problem, what's your process for finding a solution? These kinds of questions reveal how someone thinks, not just what they know. In IT, mindset beats memorization every time. At VR Technologies, Robert Rogers knows that a 4.0 GPA doesn't guarantee creativity. Instead of asking about test scores, dig into real-world thinking with these types of questions. Tell me about a time where you broke something, and how did you fix it? Or, if you had 1 week to improve an existing app, what would you focus on? These questions show whether candidates can analyze, experiment, and iterate. Skills every tech team needs. Startups thrive on problem solvers, not perfectionists. Considering that VR Technologies is a small team, culture matters just as much as code. But culture fit doesn't mean finding someone who's identical to everyone else. It means finding someone who shares your purpose. Try asking questions like, what kind of team environment helps you do your best work? Or why do you want to work at a startup instead of a large company? And what's something you value that you'd like to see in a company culture? These questions help you find interns who believe in what you're building. A great intern interview feels like a conversation and not an interrogation. So ask real scenario-based questions like, imagine the project you're working on suddenly changes direction. What's the first thing you do? Or, if a senior developer gives you feedback that you don't agree with, how would you handle it? These kinds of questions show how candidates respond to pressure, feedback, and uncertainty, all daily realities of a startup life. Interns today also aren't just looking for experience, they're looking for meaning. So, at the end of the interview, flip the script and ask, what do you hope to learn from this internship? Or, what would make this experience valuable for you? Their answers will tell you if they're serious, thoughtful, and engaged, or just looking for a quick line on LinkedIn. Great startups know that a strong internship is a two-way street. You invest in them, and they invest in you. In sum, asking the right questions isn't about screening interns. It's about shaping VR Technologies' future. Robert Rogers is not only choosing who to bring in, he's defining what kind of culture, curiosity, and creativity the team stands for. When you interview with intention, you don't just find interns, you discover future innovators.